Toyota just did something no automaker is supposed to be able to do. It broke its own website with a price tag, not a keynote, not a teaser trailer, just a number posted quietly online, and within 60 minutes, over 10,000 people had already bought an electric SUV that industry analysts swore couldn't exist. $15,000. While Tesla and BYD slug it out for the EV throne, Toyota just quietly moved the goalposts, and this is only the beginning. The $15,000 shockwave. Toyota's $15,000 EV wasn't just a one-off surprise, it marked the beginning of a pattern. The company has run this exact playbook 3 separate times in the last 12 months. Once is a stunt, 3 times is a strategy. This is the same brand people still associate with the Corolla and the Camry, quietly rolling out electric SUVs cheaper than a used sedan, again and again, until what looked like a random discount started looking a lot more like a declared war. So let's break down Toyota's cheapest EV yet, why it's rattling Tesla and BYD to their core, and why this might just be the opening move in something much bigger. If you want breakdowns like this the moment they drop, hit subscribe now. 2 names have owned the EV conversation for years, and Toyota was never one of them. Tesla built the category from scratch. BYD is the brand now outselling it. Toyota barely registered in that conversation, and for a while that tracked. Its electric rollout crawled forward, leaning heavily on hybrids like the Prius, while the rest of the industry sprinted toward full battery power. Critics called it slow, some called it out of touch, but behind closed doors, Toyota wasn't stalling, it was setting up its next move. Across 2025 and into 2026, that quiet setup turned into a wave of launches that shook the EV market from the ground up, eventually producing a car so cheap it shattered a basic assumption the entire industry had built itself around, that a genuinely modern tech-packed EV has to cost $30,000, $40,000, even $50,000 to make any sense. The car that crashed the internet. That car is the Toyota bZ3X, built for China through the GAC Toyota joint venture, and it's the reason this entire story exists. When it launched in March 2025, the starting price landed at 109,800 yuan, right around $15,000. Marketed as Toyota's first pure electric SUV to break into the sub-100,000 yuan bracket. That single number did all the damage on its own. Within an hour of going live, GAC Toyota's servers buckled under the order volume, and more than 10,000 buyers had already locked in a purchase before anyone had time to catch up. This wasn't some out-of-nowhere surprise either. Blind pre-orders had opened back in December of 2024, months before Toyota had even confirmed a single spec starting under $14,000, and people lined up anyway, betting on a car they hadn't seen yet. Toyota kept pushing. A full year later, in March 2026, it cut the price again, down to 99,800 yuan, close to $14,500, rebranding the car as Toyota's first true sub-100,000 yuan pure electric SUV. That's not a marketing rounding trick. That's a 100-year-old automaker deliberately gutting the price of its own flagship EV on purpose just to keep the pressure cranked up on everyone watching. Part of how Toyota made the math work comes down to smart platform sharing instead of reinventing the wheel. The bZ3X borrows its chassis, motors, and most of its drivetrain from the GAC Ion 5, a car GAC was already building at scale, and Toyota simply layered in its own battery packs and software. Instead of burning years and billions engineering a brand new EV platform from the ground up, Toyota borrowed one that already worked, and that single decision is what let the price fall as far as it did. Now here's the part almost nobody's talking about. The bZ3X isn't out there fighting alone. Toyota's entire affordable EV lineup runs on the exact same logic. The bZ3 sedan, co-developed with FAW and notably BYD itself, running on BYD's Blade lithium iron phosphate battery tech, saw its price cut to 93,800 yuan, roughly $13,500, with range stretching out to 616 kilometers, about 382 miles. Then there's the BZ5, a fastback-style coupe SUV measuring 4,780 millimeters long, which launched in June 2025 at 129,800 yuan, close to $18,000. It also runs on BYD's Blade battery platform and pushes out up to 268 horsepower. Stack that against the Tesla Model Y in China, which starts at 263,500 yuan, and the BZ5 is undercutting it by more than half, all while charging from 30 to 80% in roughly 27 minutes and offering up to 630 kilometers of range on its top trim. 3 different Toyota EVs, 3 different price tiers, every single one landing under $22,000, all launched inside a single 12-month window. That's not luck. That's a company that decided the affordability fight was the one worth winning first, and it's already winning on multiple fronts at once. So why does this rattle Tesla and BYD more than any flagship reveal ever could? Tesla has spent years chasing the dream of a truly affordable EV without ever quite landing it in most markets. BYD dominates on price at home but is still working overtime to earn trust and protect margins overseas. Toyota just walked straight into the exact price bracket both companies are desperate to own, and it showed up carrying something neither rival can fully copy. Nearly 100 years of manufacturing credibility, a dealer and service network spanning almost every country on the planet, and a reputation for reliability no marketing budget, however massive, can manufacture overnight. When a first-time EV buyer in an emerging market is choosing between an unfamiliar startup badge and the name their family has trusted for 2 generations, that trust becomes the deciding factor, especially once the risk of choosing wrong finally feels small enough to gamble on. Toyota isn't walking into this fight from zero either. It's already running factories, parts suppliers, and dealerships in nearly every country, with a functioning road network infrastructure built over decades of selling Corollas and Hiluxes across the globe. Tesla, by comparison, is still fighting for permits and building plants market by market. BYD's real strength stays concentrated mostly inside China, with an export operation that's growing fast, but still genuinely young. Toyota doesn't need to build any of that reach from scratch. It already owns it, mostly sitting idle, just waiting for a flood of cheap EVs to fill it up. Here's where it gets interesting, because cheap means something completely different, depending on which country you're standing in. In the United States right now, the title of most affordable EV belongs to the 2026 Nissan Leaf, starting just under $30,000, offering over 300 miles of range and its own Tesla-compatible charging port. In a market where the average new car now sells for close to $50,000, that's genuinely being treated as a breakthrough. And yet $30,000 still double what Toyota charges for the BZ3X in China. Sure, battery costs differ, subsidies differ, entire supply chains look different. But that gap is exactly why Toyota's Chinese pricing playbook should be setting off alarms everywhere else. Toyota isn't theorizing about what a sub-$15,000 EV could look like someday. It's already selling one by the tens of thousands every single month. And Toyota has made it clear the BZ5 isn't staying locked inside China forever, with groundwork already underway to push it into markets across Asia and Europe, aimed squarely at middle-class buyers who've wanted an EV for years but could never quite justify the price. Meanwhile, the ground beneath Tesla and BYD keep shifting under their feet. In 2025, BYD overtook Tesla in pure battery electric sales for the first time ever, 2.26 million units against Tesla's 1.64 million, while Tesla's total deliveries slid roughly 9% for the year, but 2026 has already flipped that fight back and forth more than once. Tesla actually outsold BYD in battery electric vehicles during the first quarter, only for BYD to grab the lead right back in the second quarter, moving over 557,000 battery electric units against Tesla's roughly 480,000. Two giants trading blows every 90 days like clockwork. And into that ongoing chaos steps Toyota, not fighting for the crown in raw EV volume at all, but quietly picking off the one customer both rivals desperately need to keep growing, the buyer who's always wanted an EV but never found a price that made sense. The battery bomb Toyota is sitting on. Here's the twist that changes everything about this story. Solid-state battery cells currently cost somewhere between $600 and $800 per kilowatt hour, compared to roughly $130 for standard lithium-ion. Toyota's own internal roadmap doesn't even expect price parity until around 2030. That means the very first solid-state Toyota, almost certainly wearing a Lexus badge instead of a Toyota One, will debut as a premium halo vehicle, not a $15,000 SUV. But the technology sitting inside that halo car won't stay locked up there forever. It's built to eventually filter down into everything else Toyota makes, including the exact same cheap EVs already keeping Tesla and BYD's strategy teams up at night. And Toyota isn't the only one chasing this. Mercedes has already put a solid-state powered EQS prototype on public roads, reportedly covering close to 750 miles on a single charge. Startups like QuantumScape are chasing the same breakthrough with backing from Volkswagen behind them. Whoever crosses that finish line first and does it cheapest doesn't just win a spec sheet war, they reset what an entire industry believes a full charge should feel like. Toyota's bet is simple. By the time that breakthrough actually lands, it'll already own the largest, cheapest, most trusted base of EV customers on the planet, ready and waiting to buy it. Zoom out even further and the picture gets even more uncomfortable for Toyota's competitors. In 2025, Toyota, including Lexus, sold a record 11.32 million vehicles worldwide, marking its sixth straight year as the best-selling automaker on Earth. Tesla delivered roughly 1.64 million vehicles that same year. BYD moved around 4.6 million. So yes, purely on electric sales, Toyota is still trailing far behind both companies. Its total battery electric volume sits under 200,000 units globally, a sliver of a single percent of everything it produces. But that's exactly why the bZ3X story carries so much weight. Toyota isn't trying to out-EV Tesla and BYD on their own terms, at least not yet. It's leaning on its massive manufacturing scale, its decades of earned trust, and a multi-pathway strategy blending hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and full EVs to enter the electric race at the one point that hurts its competitors most: price, without sacrificing an ounce of the technology inside. So here's the obvious question worth asking. If Toyota can already build a $15,000 EV loaded with LiDAR and adaptive driver assistance, why hasn't it gone fully electric everywhere right now? Because Toyota doesn't chase trends, it reads markets country by country. Hybrids still made up around 42% of Toyota's entire global sales mix in 2025, while pure EVs stayed under 2% across huge stretches of the world from rural India to Southeast Asia to large parts of Africa and South America. In those places, charging infrastructure simply isn't reliable enough yet for a family to stake their only car on it. A hybrid sidesteps that entire problem. It charges itself, needs no plug whatsoever, and has been a proven technology for nearly 3 decades, ever since the original Prius launched back in 1997. Toyota's hybrids, from the Camry down to the Corolla, also carry a track record of low maintenance costs and batteries that comfortably last 7 to 10 years. A benchmark no EV nameplate has had enough time to prove yet. Toyota's bet is that hybrids remain the practical bridge for most of the world while charging infrastructure slowly catches up, and that by the time it does, Toyota will already be sitting on the cheapest, most trusted EV lineup on the market, fully ready to scale overnight. The long game nobody saw coming. And that's really the quiet genius buried inside the whole plan. Every single bZ3X and bZ5 buyer today becomes a future solid-state customer tomorrow, already loyal to a Toyota badge, instead of shopping around the moment the real upgrade finally lands. Internally, Toyota has laid out its solid-state program across 3 phases. performance optimization running through the mid-2020s, pilot-scale production in the back half of the decade, and full commercial launch sometime between 2027 and 2028. A working prototype was already demonstrated all the way back in 2020, years before Tesla or BYD had said a single public word about their own solid-state ambitions, though durability, cost, and manufacturability kept it locked out of actual showrooms until now. Industry watchers, understandably, remain cautious. Toyota has held that same 2027 to 2028 target since a technical workshop it ran back in 2023, and skeptics keep circling back to the obvious question. How many times has a car company promised a battery breakthrough, only to watch that promise quietly slip another 2 or 3 years down the road? It's a fair challenge, but Toyota's track record here isn't exactly empty. This is the same company that turned hybrids into a mainstream staple, while the rest of the industry was still betting everything on pure gasoline, and it took nearly a decade of slow, unglamorous engineering to actually pull that off. The first solid-state vehicle is expected to launch under the Lexus badge rather than Toyota's own name, letting a premium buyer absorb the early sticker shock while the technology matures and the cost curve slowly bends downward. Once that curve bends far enough, expect the exact same formula that built the BZ3X to repeat itself all over again. Take the premium technology, strip it down into an affordable shell, lean on a local supply chain, and undercut everyone else standing in the room. Tesla and BYD are both racing toward the same finish line from the top down, chasing flagship range and performance numbers first. Toyota, on the other hand, is building its solid-state future from the bottom up, starting with the millions of ordinary buyers who simply want a cheap, dependable way into an EV, then handing them something genuinely extraordinary the moment the technology finally catches up to the price Toyota already promised them. That kind of patience has paid off for Toyota before, more than once. It let Honda and GM burn years chasing hydrogen dead ends back in the 2000s, while the Prius quietly became the best-selling car in California. It let Toyota sit back and watch the first wave of EV startups torch through cash on unproven platforms, only to step in years later with a mature battery supply chain, a global dealer network, and a service reputation none of those startups could ever hope to match. The hybrid strategy was never hesitation, dressed up as caution. It's the same winning move, run twice, and there's real financial logic sitting underneath it. Every hybrid Toyota sells today still turns a healthy profit and keeps its factories running at full capacity, quietly funding the billions being poured into solid-state research without needing outside investors or government loans the way younger EV makers so often do. Tesla had to bet the entire company on electric from day one, with no fallback. BYD had the backing of the Chinese government to help absorb years of losses along the way. Toyota needs neither of those safety nets because hybrids are already paying the bill in full, and that's the part critics keep getting wrong when they call Toyota slow. It was never behind in this race. It's been quietly financing its own entry into that race using a technology everyone else wrote off a decade ago, and judging by everything happening right now, it's in absolutely no hurry to stop.